morning. Welcome to the Morning Tea, Tea Tribe, and all of our new viewers. Of course, I'm Alex Schiffman, and this is my wonderful co-host, Courtney Revolution. How you doing, Courtney? How's this thick Thursday?
Good morning. I am Courtney Revolution, and good morning to the Tea Tribe. Good morning, Alex. Welcome to Thick Thursday. How you doing today, girl?
I am doing well. I am so excited. We have such a great show for you today. Of course, we want to know, Tea Tribe, where are you watching from? Let us know in the chat. We know we have fans all over the world, and we love to hear all about where you're from, so we can shout you out. Let us know in the chat. How was your Wednesday night, Courtney? Are you still working a bunch?
Listen, I can't show the boys and girls what I just showed you right before we went live, Alex, on what I've been working on. I can't show y'all yet. I'm going to show y'all on Sunday. But okay. I have been working. I did get a couple samples on some face masks. And Alex, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being approved, 10 being not, do you approve?
Oh, this is an 11. I approve, Tea Tribe. I don't want to give anything away, but this is some good merch, and we're not going to tell you anything more, but you're going to be so excited. And speaking of the Tea Tribe, if you're a part of the Tea Tribe, give us a like, because of course we know that you gotta share us, you gotta like us, you gotta comment, you gotta show your support so we can bring you the tea every single morning, as we love to do. We got a great show.
The good thing about giving the video a thumbs up, in case y'all are always like, why are y'all always telling us to do stuff, is because if you like the show and you're like, oh my God, maybe you subscribed, you didn't ring the bell. Tomorrow when you're waiting for us, you might not get the notification. So you make sure that you subscribe, you give the video a thumbs up so that at least we can show up on your homepage. You know what I'm saying? You know how you just check your apps during the day? You want us to be right at the top so you can check out and not miss the tea.
Awesome. Well, let's, in the chat, we see someone in the Tea Tribe is from Vermont. We have San Francisco, Morocco. Ooh, I want to go to Morocco. Maidenhead, England. It's 4:30 p.m. there. We have some from Sunny Bend, Oregon, North Carolina. Allie, don't be scared. Arkansas is a great place. Allie says she's scared to say Arkansas. Hey, we love Arkansas. And then we got Wisconsin, another Tea Tribe member from the UK. This is so exciting. Gabby's having some bacon for breakfast. You know, Tea Tribe, I haven't had my breakfast yet. But Courtney, have you had your yogurt, your morning yogurt?
Listen, I had it real quick. I chugged some coffee. I got my tea bag ready in my mug. So I'm all set. Now, you didn't have breakfast just yet, but you're going to have some after this, Alex. What you going to eat today?
Oh, yes. I think I'm in the mood for a little scramble, a little egg white, turkey bacon. I just got some avocado, fresh avocado, going to throw that in there, some cheddar. I'm going to be like Selena, who we're going to talk about later in the show, and just cooking up a storm after the morning tea. But until we start. Exactly. We got to tell you what's on the show today, because we have a great show. Of course, we have all the tea that you missed, and our OMT story of the day, Justin Bieber sharing a picture of him and Hailey on Instagram. You'll want to stick around for that. But it's Thirsty Thursday and Thick Thursday. We do 2 Thursdays here. So that has us wondering about Bella Hadid and Ariana's new Instagram posts. Then the feud between Brandy and Denise continues to explode on Twitter. Real Housewives fans of Beverly Hills, this drama is never ending, and it's so good. JoJo dropped an exciting announcement. We're talking about that. Plus, we have my girl, Naz Perez from Rotten Tomatoes, back to tell us all about the latest shows dropping on all the streaming services in our newer segment called Watch With Us. If you haven't seen it yet, it's amazing. So is Naz, and you got to stay for that later in the show. And of course, we have some couples Thera-Tea for some broken up couples. This is some good shady drama. And then we'll talk about the royalty of reality. You know this family in our Car Jenner report. So stay tuned for that. This is such a great show, and I am so excited to spill all this tea, Courtney. How do you feel about this tea? Is this piping hot for you?
It's piping hot. I'm laughing, Alex, because obviously I've seen the script for the show, and you said we're going to be talking about couples, and I went, and then you went, we're breaking up today, and I went, oh no,
Oh,
whoops, we're not celebrating breakups.
We need all your reactions. Listen, we have new couples within the breakups, so one of the sides are happy, and that's all that matters, right?
That's what matters, girl.
After a breakup, you got to find new love, and one of the members has. So we'll get into that. So this is but shout out to everyone. We see you in the chat. Oh, Sharon says my blouse is so freaking cute. Thank you, Sharon. I'm channeling my inner Dorothy today, my summer picnic. And Courtney and we are patriotic in our red, white, and blue today, aren't we, Courtney?
Yes, it ain't July, but it's looking like the 4th, girl.
Exactly. You know, have a little red, white, and blue to start our Thursday, right?
Yes,
Wesley wants to start talking about the foolery of Hulu canceling Zoe Kravitz's show. You know, Wesley, I didn't know that. Yes.
I saw the girls talking about it, but I have never seen the show.
I haven't either. But no, Wesley, tell us in the chat what's going on, but after the show, because we have a lot to get to. But speaking of canceling, Courtney, did you hear about E! News? It's been canceled after 3 decades.
Yeah, that was definitely some news that I encountered yesterday. How do you feel about that, Alex? Did you feel some kind of way? Did it crush a dream? Did it hurt your heart, girl?
Well, Alex, I've been a fan of E! News. I've obviously worked there with Naz for the E! Network. I mean, little Alex, her dreams were crushed in one headline because that has been like my all-time goal is just gone. But you know what? There's more content. As we know, we'll learn later in the show, there are more shows, there are more things. And of course, it doesn't matter because I'm currently hosting the morning tea with my fabulous Courtney Revolution. And this is the show that we're talking about today. So sad to see E! News go. You know, some great memories watching that growing up, but there's always more, right?
There's always more, and you know what it does? It just creates bigger opportunities for people that haven't had them yet to rise and shine. And I ain't talking about breakfast,
100%.
girl.
100%. But also, we got to talk about this TikTok. You know, of course, we've mentioned on the show, there's possibly a banning on TikTok in the US, but Instagram's newest feature could rival TikTok. It's called Instagram Reels. Have you seen this yet, Courtney?
I saw it, girl. I saw it all up and down my feed yesterday.
You may have already noticed celebrities like Bachelorette Hannah Brown testing out the feature for a dance video that feels eerily identical to those you'd see on TikTok. Instagram Reels is intended to be a new way to create and discover short, entertaining videos on Instagram. This feature allows you to create 15-second multi-clip videos right in the app, then share to your feed or the larger Instagram community. Will you use this new feature? Do you think it's a big competitor to TikTok? How do you feel about this, Courtney?
Well, y'all already know I'm not the biggest tick on the talker. I have one. Obviously, y'all know I don't really use it. I don't see why people wouldn't be here for it. The reason why, Alex, is because, you know, like you said, we have the issue with TikTok being banned. There are still people that want to do all of this and all of that. From what I've seen, though, thus far, Alex, it's just a lot of people from TikTok just re-uploading their TikToks onto Instagram. So I guess the question is, do y'all feel like this is the right replacement, maybe? Should TikTok get banned?
Yeah, T-Tribe, let us know your thoughts in the chat. I think this is a genius idea from Instagram because in the event that actually does happen, you know, Facebook, which owns Instagram, it's the company that owns Instagram, they're always one step ahead. When when Snapchat was just blowing up, they introduced stories on Facebook and Instagram. I mean, they're always kind of following the trends and being there right when we need some new, you know, creation or a feature on the app. So I think it's very smart of them. I can see a lot of those TikTok people. I don't think the ones that are kind of doing really well on TikTok are going to necessarily just transition over to Instagram. However, I think people that don't use TikTok may use it on Instagram. And I think that if TikTok goes away, it's an easy transition. So I'm interested.
People were saying they weren't going to use the Instagram stories, Alex, because of Snapchat. And I definitely deleted Snapchat several years ago and use Instagram stories every single day. So, people, something that is, I feel very general is that sometimes people aren't always receptive to change. And so, there's a little bit of pushback, but eventually you just have to get over it because it's not like Instagram going to say, well, y'all didn't like Reels, so we're taking it away now.
Right. Brittany says, well, all those TikTok stars that are prepping for TikTok to be banned will be jumping ship to Insta for their TikTok fun. I agree. Wesley says it will be just like IGTV. Amber says, I love TikTok. Brenda's giving you a compliment. Courtney's looking fresh and cute. Red is working for you.
Thanks.
Yeah. Nadia loves TikTok. Listen, TikTok is addicting. I haven't even made one myself. I talk about it often, but before it gets banned, I better make a TikTok or else I'm just starting out with the Instagram Reels. You know what I mean?
Girl, you might as well start with the Reels and hit the ground running because TikTok, girl, let them tick right on over there, girl. Let them tick, girl.
Exactly.
You talk over on Instagram.
But let's talk about another update on a story we've been following. Yesterday, we talked about Travis Scott sharing a note that thanked fans for their support and sparked speculation that his next album following Astroworld will be Utopia. So Travis's close collaborator, DJ Chase B, shot down the speculation in an interview with Hip Hop and More. He said in regards to it, oh, nah, it's not. I think that's just him being Trav, just feeling good in the moment. Do we believe DJ Chase B? T-Tribe, let us know how you feel about this. I think it's still happening. It may not be an album. It may just be a single, but Travis didn't do this for nothing, in my opinion. What do you think, Courtney?
It could be an EP. It could be anything. Who is this? Like, I don't believe you. I don't even know you. Like, girl,
Exactly.
Go over there. Let us live in our dreams.
Well, I think it's about time to pour up that water because, Courtney, we got a lot of tea to spill. Of course, let's do it. I got my New York. Oh, I'm adding a little more red and white to our patriotic.
Oh, come on, girl. You know what that is, Alex? You're reminding the people to vote in November. That's all. We love that. We love a political queen.
Cheers.
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 Oh, that's tasty, y'all.
Yes.
Nice
and before we get into our You Missed It segment, let's do a little 5, 6, 7, 8.
Miss Mika, nice to meet ya. Miss Mika, she on fleeka. Miss Mika, she loves the tia, and we see ya. Miss Mika, go Mika, go Mika, go Mika. Happy thick Thursday to Mika. It's always nice to meet you, girl. Yeah.
All right. Good morning to Mika and the rest of the T-Tribe joining us just now. We have a jam-packed show today. Let's get this rolling in our You Missed It segment. And these are all the stories that may have flown under your radar. So first up, let's start off with one of the fashion industry's most successful models, of course, Bella Hadid. She showed her social media followers some of the ways she's passed the time in lockdown as she shared several snaps of herself in this dramatic eye makeup. So Bella posed for a series of what are being called sultry selfies with black cat-like makeup, which she wrote, quote, 500 days of quarantine, one of the many days I felt completely useless. We'll probably delete later. She tagged Dior makeup. Let's talk about these photos, Courtney. Do you love them? They're giving me a little Black Swan vibe. You know, Natalie Portman, right when when that movie came out, everyone did this for Halloween. I think they're still doing Black Swan at Halloween. This costume is a hot commodity. But I think she looks beautiful. It's very on brand, in my opinion, for Bella. You know, Bella's mysterious. We don't know much about Bella. You know what I mean? How do you feel about these photos, Courtney?
She looks cute. I like the eye makeup. I've always been a fan of Black Swan. That was a great film. So, I mean, I like it. Very dark, very mysterious, and good technique. I like to play in makeup when I'm bored and it don't come out looking like that, girl. I'll tell you that. I'll come out looking like Madame Tussauds. girl, a little stiff, a little caked up. She looks great.
She does. Some fans are calling these photos a little thirsty in honor of our Thirsty Thursday. And these posts come after Bella recently called for more diversity backstage at fashion shows in an interview with Elle.com. So in that interview, she expressed concern, saying, quote, "Going into the next season, my fear is having to see another one of my Black girlfriends get her hair burned by a hair straightener or do her own makeup because the makeup artist hasn't been trained to work with all different skin types." Do you like that Bella has came out speaking upon diversity? How do you think the fashion industry will change moving forward, Courtney?
I'm glad that she spoke out, but I mean, it's going to take more than her to just, speak out. Fantastic that she's raising and using her voice. But how about you get a couple of your other girlfriends and build some sort of committee to prevent these things from happening? I think that's taking it a step further. If these are your friends, right? Get with one of them and say, girl, is this a good idea? How can we execute it? I think that would be great, Alex. What do you think?
I agree. I think that it would be an awesome idea. The more speaking up about diversity and other things, the better, So I feel like this is not new to the Hadid family. Both her and Gigi have spoken out about their Palestinian culture and being bullied actually by Instagram and fans online. So they're known to speak out about things, specifically to their own culture. But I think this is awesome that Bella did this, and it's super important for everyone to voice their concerns if that's how they feel. So I love that she did this. And we select good, and we love to see this. So let's talk about Ariana. Right. Let's talk about how Ariana Grande shared some rare pictures on Instagram, people are saying. So she posted several photos of her posing in a tiny green triangle bikini top that showed off at least 3 of her tattoos. She was even smiling next to her boo, Dalton Gomez. These photos were posted from a resort, the same resort visited by Kylie Jenner last month. What do you think made Ariana do this? Do you think she's just in love and living life? Is it a coincidence she's at the same resort as Kylie just a month later?
I don't think she's paying Kylie any mind. Shout out to the bikini. It's cute. The little bikini sold out. I was seeing the girls say online, but she looks cute. I'm glad to see Ariana, but Alex, once again, I don't want to see Ariana. Not in a mean way. I won't stop feeling like I want to miss her. You get what I'm saying? I think that's what it is. As a fan, I want to miss her. We are always seeing some sort of, or always hearing some sort of something about Ariana. Once again, can we go 6 months? Can we forget about Rihanna? I want her to take a break like Rihanna did. You know how Rihanna took a moment and then she said, well, I'm going to come out with 50 businesses and music will come when it comes. I don't want her to take that long of a break, but some sort of, where's Ariana? I want the people to wonder. We never get to wonder.
Right. Well, Taylor did the same thing. I think it's really powerful when artists go away for a bit and come back. It makes you want them that much more. It's playing a little hard to get. We know how that works. It works in relationships. Why not work with fans and their icons? You know what I mean? But let's move on, because this is definitely changing gears. We're getting into some Real Housewives of Beverly Hills news. The drama between co-stars Brandi Glanville and Denise Richards is far from over. Brandi is seemingly fed up with Denise in her denial that the two were once intimate. So last April, of course, Brandi claimed that she and Denise hooked up while on a trip to Northern California after Denise invited her to stay over. Brandi set off a venomous tweet Tuesday, warning Denise to avoid sleeping with co-stars in the future. Can't handle the aftermath. She tweeted, quote, "Maybe if you're so worried about hurting your children, then as a married woman, you should not beep your castmates and expect it to not get out. Take responsibility for your part, DR." Wow. So this drama is not going away anytime soon. I mean, yeah, you got to just laugh at this. Because, what else can we do? Brandi is not going away. She doesn't want to be a liar. We saw in the footage looks a little guilty. She looks uncomfortable. She's blaming it on the children, but Brandy's, she reiterates she's a very happy woman in her marriage. And so she's kind of alluding that it's also about Aaron, her husband. But Brandy's saying they were in an open marriage. Denise is allowed to have her fun with women. It just can't be another man. So what do you think is going on, Courtney? Why is Brandy so angry?
I think Brandy might be angry because Wesley's a mess. I think. Stop it. That's what I was laughing at, Wesley. I really think that Brandy doesn't want to be branded as a liar. Even though if you're an audience member and you've watched Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, you know that Brandy, the kind of woman that Brandy is, she's casted to sort of be that pot stirrer, I would say. That's a really nice way of saying it. My thing is this: if Denise Richards don't want to come out and say that she's sleeping with women, why is that our business? You wouldn't out a teenager, so why are you out here trying to out a grown woman? I understand that she's on reality television as well. I definitely understand that. But let me not use that as an example because that would be awful. Alex, people don't need to be outed on reality television. # bravo, bravo, bravo. I don't think, y'all got to think back to when Teddy first revealed, hey, Brandy is saying these things about you. Immediately, Denise started to cry. The moment felt very uncomfortable versus that entertaining mess that we're so used to. So I don't know. I feel a little bit icky about the situation. I don't think that people should be outed on reality TV. I get the lying part. I get that. But there's like children involved. There's a husband involved. Murky waters. What do y'all think, T-Tribe? Should Denise have to own up to that if she did?
I mean, I feel once I hear you and I agree with you. I don't think someone should be outed if they don't want to be outed. Brandy also was very vocal that she is bisexual and she owned that. And she said it on the show herself. So that is her story and her truth. However, Denise hasn't. So like you said, that's a very good point. And I think to your point, Kyle kind of chimed in, like Kyle kind of had an out-of-body experience. If you watch that as a viewer, it was a very uncomfortable moment. And Kyle's like, whoa, this is getting serious for Denise. And she stepped back a little bit, which is interesting because Kyle and Denise have had their own kind of weird relationship and issues on the show. So I guess we'll just have to stay tuned. But I hear Brandy's side of it. You don't want to be a liar, and no one wants to be a liar. Yeah, Cordy.
I want to say this because I'm looking at the clock, and I know we have to get Naz in here, but I just want to bring this up real quick about the fact that Lisa Rinna said that she didn't want to be the one to say that, this happened, whatever. But y'all, if y'all watch the show, there was a moment where I think it might have been Teddy that was explaining the situation, and she said they hooked up or they got together, and Lisa literally purposely wants to clarify on camera. So they... Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you really didn't want to be the bone carrier, then why don't you make sure that the production, the cameraman, us as the viewer know that that's exactly what happened? Lisa's hands are not clean, Alex Schiffman. Love her to death, but they ain't clean, girl. She the mess box. She the messiest mess box. I love it.
Yeah, I know. Listen, I think that Lisa Rinna is...
Now, come on now.
That's true. But Lisa Rinna is just like God's gift to the show because she does what everyone's dirty work. She made that clear. I mean, that moment, I laughed out loud because I was like, that's so Lisa. Just call it out and clarify it. Speaking of Lisa, she was just in the press talking about the reunion, saying, because there's all these rumors of why, and I guess on the reunions, kind of spoiler alert, but it's out there, they last minute didn't let Brandy come on the show and share her side of the story, and Lisa's really upset about that. Yeah.
Well, Garcelle unfollowed Lisa after the show, girl. Garcelle said she didn't like how Lisa acted at the reunion. Y'all, if y'all don't watch Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, y'all got a whole bunch of seasons to catch up on. Y'all need to get it. Y'all need to get it going. I got one of y'all watching. I think Brittany's watching Atlanta right now. Brittany, you got to jump ship soon and watch Beverly Hills. It's so good, you guys. You're gonna love it.
So good. So good. Everyone, if you're not watching T-Tribe, check it out. I mean, all the Real Housewives franchise, Atlanta, Potomac, there's a lot. New York, New Jersey, love them all.
Yes.
But on that note, let's get quickly into this big announcement because we have to chat with our girl Naz, who was just about here. But on to some very exciting news. JoJo reveals a duet with Demi Lovato is on the way. So JoJo posted an Instagram picture with the caption, with some orange hearts and a broken heart, Lonely Heart remix with the incredible Demi Lovato. I can't wait for you to hear her on this, with some heart eyes, the big eyes, and like kind of the crying emoji. August 28th, 2020. P.S. You're a real one, babe. Demi responded in the comments. She said, yay, I can't wait. I waited my whole career to sing with you. So the Lonely Hearts remix will be out, like we said, on August 28th when JoJo's Good to Know Deluxe Edition is released. Are you excited about this? I mean, I was a big JoJo fan, and seeing kind of my childhood and my current come together, or my future. So I'm excited to see this. And Lonely Hearts, we know it's going to be a little breakup anthem. I'm here for it. What about you, Courtney?
The Lonely Hearts, here's the thing. Demi and JoJo, fantastic. Combination-wise, amazing. That particular song to remix, I'm not 100% in love with. So that's the only thing for me that I'm kind of like, okay, like, can y'all pick something that's a little bit more, like, I want to in your face, Demi's ripping someone's head off, and then I want JoJo to come and sing me to sleep on the chorus. But I'm excited for them, especially for the fans. And I know that this is a huge moment for Demi, and JoJo needs to keep collecting her flowers because, in my opinion, she missed out on a decade of her career. So we will congratulate them, absolutely. It's just I'm not a fan of the song per se.
No, we just want to hear more. Get out, leave right now.
Right now. It's the end of me. No, Alex, my song is, you know, it's just a little too late. Ooh, JoJo, hate that one up. Y'all know Too Little Too Late by JoJo? That's a classic. Don't get me sweating in here, Alex.
So this Demi collab is too little too late for you.
It's a little too late, girl. Exactly.
All right. Well, on that note, Courtney, it is time for one of our newer segments, Watch With Us, which, of course, is hosted by one of my dear friends, Naz Perez from Rotten Tomatoes, and she's going to give us the lowdown on all the hot shows that are coming to streaming services. So let's get comfy because we're ready to binge watch all the things that Naz has to recommend for us. Yay, we're back!
Oh, hello! You guys just bring me so much joy. I'm so happy to be back. I'm trying to be centered. Oh God, I don't know my right from left. Sorry, guys.
Get yourself centered. T-Tribe, get on your couches because it is time to do some binge watching of these new recs. Right, Naz?
Yes, Alex. I love it. I'm so excited. You guys have to remember there's so much out there right now that I literally all the time, every day, I'm like, what do I watch? There's so many streaming services. There's so many great options. So I want you all to know that you can go to RottenTomatoes.com. There's so many lists. We have a hub called Binge Central. It's my favorite thing ever. There's always lists about what's new on Netflix coming up this month, what's new on Disney Plus, all the streaming platforms. One of my favorite recent lists we have are the worst rotten movies of all time. That one's really fun. So yeah, just remember that you can go to RottenTomatoes.com when you don't know what to watch in this endless sea of, options when it comes to what there is to watch.
Yeah. So Naz, I hear this first show is all about where liberation ends and exploitation begins. This looks good. Tell us about I May Destroy You.
Okay, so Courtney, Alex, I May Destroy You is my favorite thing on television right now. It might be my favorite thing that I've watched all year. It's 97% fresh. It's a British comedy. It's a series set in London. It stars Michaela Cole. She's this young woman. Her name's Arabella, who seeks to rebuild her life after being raped. So the show actually fictionalizes the story of Michaela's real sexual assault. And it really just explores the psychology of the self. How do you become whole again after trauma breaks you open? And the reason why I love this show so much is because it does a really good job of blurring the lines. So none of the characters that you see are what they seem. I think it just does a fantastic job of showing how people can be both the perpetrator and the victim in life. And it also does a good job of showing how blurry the line can be when it comes to how we define rape or sexual assault. But we got to talk about the star power that is Michaela Cole, because her performance is undeniably brilliant and so captivating captivating. This woman doesn't only star in the show, she created it, she wrote it, she co-directed, executive produced it. She's 32 years old. There's no writer's room. It's this woman doing it all herself. She's in full creative control, and she really is just the coolest person on television right now. Netflix actually offered her $1 million for the show back in 2017, and she turned it down because they wouldn't give her I think it was any of the percentage of the copyright. So imagine turning that down. She's just incredible. Now it's this huge show on HBO. And I just feel like it's really hard to find original stories these days that are dark, but quietly funny. There's a lot of humor in it, and it has something to say. And that's I May Destroy You. There's 9 episodes out right now. They're about half an hour each, and there's 12 total. So we have 3 left. Comes out every Monday on HBO Max. Do not sleep on I May Destroy You.
Wow, Naz. Just the fact that she walked away from $1 million, that makes me want to watch alone. Wesley in the chat right now, he's saying I May Destroy You is iconic. So freaking good, amazing, and one of the best shows of the year. So I'm already interested, Naz, to be honest.
Yeah, Wesley, you definitely have good taste. And I'm telling you guys, this is the show you want to tune into. Especially, I'm a big fan of Insecure and Issa Rae. And so when that ended, I May Destroy You sort of came out and it filled that void. It's a completely different story, but it's so good that you don't want to miss out on it. So definitely hop on it now before the finale comes.
Yeah, I mean, this looks incredible. I love that girl power. She wrote, stars in it, directs it. I mean, that's what we love to see in 2020. So I'm just going to watch it for that reason, because I love that kind of female empowerment vibe, inspired by it. So, but another show on HBO Max has us and the Tea Tribe so excited. Naz, you're going to tell us about Selena and Chef. What can we expect? This is so exciting.
Yeah, so this is really exciting, guys, because Cell Goddess Selena Gomez is getting her own cooking show. So HBO Max is truly giving us a show that is completely made in quarantine. This show was made while we've been shut down. So in Selena and Chef, Selena Gomez welcomes us into her new house. We all know she's moved. She's quarantined with her Nana, Papa, her best friends Liz and Raquel. And we basically get to watch as Selena improves her non-existing cooking skills with the help of some pretty big name chefs. So in the first episode, Selena talks to the French chef and restaurateur Ludo Lefebvre. So if you're from LA, you may know him from Petit Trois or Ludo Bird, which are his restaurants. And so basically I love the first episode because he teaches Selena how to make a French omelet together. And it's really just fun to see Selena Gomez in this natural environment in her new home, learning some new and you get to learn some new cooking skills. So it's definitely a win-win for me. I just love this show because I think it's really fun to see celebrities in quarantine, you know, and it's nice to watch someone that has the same cooking skills that I have, which are basically non-existent, but getting better by the day in quarantine. And I just feel like Cell is slaying it. If you guys follow her on Instagram, which I mean, I'm sure you do because she's one of the most followed people on Instagram, but you know, she's kind of been MIA. We've seen her settle into her new place. She's taking guitar lessons now. She has a makeup line coming out. And this cooking show comes out next week. So it's 1 week from today. Put it in your calendars, HBO Max. So as the kids say, we love to see it. Cell is slaying.
Yes.
I can't wait for this.
We can't wait for this. Of course, Tea Tribe, put those crowns in the chat because we know this is some exciting Selena news. And speaking of celebrities at their homes, Naz, your home is looking pretty nice. We like that background. So
they're talking about it in the chat, girl. They love it.
Oh my God,
yeah.
Thank you guys. Well, I designed it all myself.
We love to see that living room. We want to binge on that couch, right, Courtney?
Right? Yeah.
I would love for you to binge on this couch because I have becoming one with the couch. The couch is now my boyfriend. We are married. We are attached together for life. So it'd be really nice to have another human.
The couch is supportive. It's comfortable. You can sleep on it. There's a lot. It's warm. But
if I saw on Tinder, I would swipe right in a second. Like that's all you need. You just need support, someone that's going to eat with you, watch the shows you want, and not talk back when you're like yelling at the screen. You know.
And if you spill some wine on it, it'll let you clean up. It doesn't yell at you. You know, it's great. It is great.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just loving Courtney's facial expressions right now. I want like a quilt with all of Courtney's different faces on the blanket.
Right? You gotta
always make it some sort of face up here.
Oh my God. You should have seen him the other earlier this week, he did this thing where he went in so close. He was basically coming through your screen. It was unbelievable. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
I didn't know Courtney Revolution had merch until recently, and I would like to request a quilt or a blanket with all your moods on it.
Because
we can make that happen, Courtney, right?
Yeah, we can make that happen, girl. I'll get it done.
All right. Well, over on Netflix, I hear that Selling Sunset is coming back. I have only seen season 1 of this, but I hear that tea is being spilled. There's lots of drama. Naz, tell us all about it.
Yeah, I'm excited to tell you about this because I know the both of you love reality shows, and a lot of us have Netflix. This is also, this is coming out tomorrow, so put this on your calendar. And Netflix has just been dropping the reality shows this year. They gave us Love is Blind, Too Hot to Handle, Selling Sunset Season 2. They have just been slaying the reality game. And now we're getting Selling Sunset Season 3 tomorrow. So if you share your Netflix password with your family, like I do, maybe tell them not to be on it tomorrow night. Haha, just kidding. I didn't say that. But if you've never seen Selling Sunset, it's set in the world of LA's high-end real estate. So we follow 7 of the city's most successful female realtors. They all work together at the #1 agency in the Hollywood Hills and the Sunset Strip. And they basically compete with each other in this cutthroat LA market. But it's also very much about their personal lives. I've seen the first 2 episodes, and what I love about it, aside from the fact that I get to look inside LA houses that I'll never be able to afford because I just live in a room, is if you're like me, I don't know, Alex, I don't know how you feel. Courtney, I don't know if you watch Laguna Beach or The Hills, but if you grew up with Laguna Beach and The Hills, this show sort of feels that guilty pleasure because it comes from the creative minds behind both of those shows. And you can tell by watching it, just in between, when they cut to different scenes with the LA skylines and the pop songs. You guys know what I'm talking about. But as far as what we can expect, right. Yes. As far as what we can expect from season 3, what I can tell you guys is that Christine's wedding to Christian will be a major plot point. Chrishell's divorce from the This Is Us star Justin Hartley will also be a major plot point. And Heather Ray Young's relationship with the new HGTV star Tarek El Moussa, to who she is now engaged, will also be a very hot topic. So a lot of tea to spill in Selling Sunset season 3 coming out mañana.
Ooh, I haven't seen that yet, but girl, you said Laguna Beach in the Hills, I'll be logging right on in, girl. I definitely will be getting my peepers peeled to be watching. Absolutely.
Yeah, we just talked about Chrishell on the show yesterday because she actually was Justin's ex. I guess has a new show, and they put Chrishell's face on the article, and there was some drama. She tweeted them. It was really bad. Yeah.
Interesting.
I know.
Yeah. It's fun to sort of have a show because I know you guys were talking about Housewives before, so it's just fun to sort of have like a different LA. It's not your typical LA realty show. You know how we see a lot of reality shows that feature homes. So this one's sort of fun because you get that home vibe and you get to see those really cool mansions and, like I was saying, stuff that I could never afford, but you also sort of get like that housewife drama, if you know what I mean, all together in one show.
And I
love it. Well, after we check that out on Netflix, there's another show. And of course, as a former dancer, I am so excited for this next show, Work It, starring Sabrina Carpenter and Liza Koshy. This is like Bring It On, but for dancers, right?
Oh my God, I am so excited to tell you guys about this. So it's actually a feature film. This also comes out tomorrow, also on Netflix. So again, guys, share that password. And this movie is from the same studio that brought us The Kissing Booth and To All the Boys I Loved Before. And it is produced by Alicia Keys. So if you felt like you love those movies and you love dance movies, T-Tribe, you are going to love this one. So Work It is about a high schooler played by Sabrina Carpenter. She wants to get into the college of her dreams, but in order to do so, she has to perform well at a dance competition. So she puts together a misfit group of dancers with her best friend, who's played by Liza Koshy, like you were saying, Alex, and to take on the best dance squad at that school. But the catch is she's got to learn how to dance. So she gets help from this winning choreographer played by Jordan Fisher, and she may or may not catch feelings for him. I also may or may not have caught feelings for him while watching this. The stars don't stop there. It's so many people that we just love that we've seen in different projects. Keenan Lonsdale from The Flash and Love, Simon. Riverdale's Drew Ray Tanner's also in this. And like I was saying, guys, I have become one with my couch, and I just want you to know that this film is so fun. It got me off of my feet. I was just dancing to all the songs. Sabrina Carpenter actually co-wrote one of the original songs in the film. It's called Let Me Move You. And most of us, I think, know that Liza Koshy can dance. So I cannot wait for you all to see her performance in this. It is just, so good. And her and Akaman Jones' choreography is literally like peanut butter and jelly. So Akaman Jones was the choreographer on this. If you guys dance or you're into dance, I'm sure you know his name. He's done everything from like Usher's music videos to Pitch Perfect. And what I love about the moves that he puts in this film is I'm someone who doesn't really have the best. I don't have any rhythm, but I have a little rhythm, if that makes sense. Like I can hang, but the dance moves that he puts,
I've danced with you before.
The dancers that he puts in this, Alex, let's not talk about that right now. The dancers that he puts in the film, they're not that intimidating. Because like when I watch dance movies, I'm like, I'll never be able to dance like this. You know, like we've all seen Channing Tatum do his thing, and I'm like, never. But some of the dance moves he puts in are very approachable, and they have a lot of character, and they're fun. So it's a great balance of both. The story's inspired by the director's real life. Her name's Laura Taruso. So she actually didn't know how to dance at a young age. And then she trained, got the lead in a high school musical that she was auditioning for. And she said that dancing gave her a lot of confidence. And so that's why you really feel that through this film. You know that dance is a universal language. Everybody, I would be shocked if Work It is not in Netflix's top 10 this weekend. This is what you want to watch tomorrow night. Work it, work it, work it. Work it.
Well, I just want to say that the girls and boys of the world sleep on Sabrina Carpenter. So as soon as I saw she was in a movie, I was signed up. And Liza is iconic, very in person. Shout out to her being one of the only top YouTubers that has remembered my name. So we'll definitely be checking this out and supporting them. Absolutely. Shout out to both ladies.
Yeah, both ladies are. All the ladies are incredible. The dancing's so good. And I think you guys are going to have a lot of fun. And I'm actually really curious to hear what you think about it after you see it. But it's really, really good.
I cannot wait. This is right up my alley. I love Sabrina Carpenter. I've interviewed her many times. And we can't sleep on Jordan Fisher because, as you said, he's not bad on the eyes. And he's so charming and such a sweetheart. They're all very, very talented. And I love a dance movie. So I will watch that this weekend and I will let you know. Naz.
Yeah. He also, like, when To All the Boys I Love Before P.S. I Still Love You came out, I was like, Noah Centineo who? Like, I was so zoned in on Jordan Fisher and his charisma. And if there was an award for the most charismatic person on screen right now, I think it would go to Jordan Fisher because he just makes your heart melt when you're watching him.
And he can dance well. Of course, he was also in Hamilton. God.
Yes. I mean, he's been in a lot of stuff on Broadway. I can't really say much else about the film, but just watch it tomorrow. And T-Tribe, I can't wait to hear what you guys think about it.
Ooh.
Yes. Well, not to leave out Hulu because there are so many streaming services we can't keep up. But tell us about this show, Woke. It sounds interesting. There's a twist of fate. Tell us more, Naz. We need to know.
Yeah, so what I love about Woke is that this is the perfect show for the times right now. And I love when I watch something on television and it's reflecting the world I'm living in. This show tackles the main issues in our country right now: systemic racism, police brutality. But the thing about Woke on Hulu is that it isn't heavy, though. It tackles them in this sort of surreal, absurd manner that gets to the heart of the issue without a lot of tension. So Woke follows an African-American cartoonist. His name's Keith. He's played by Lamorne Morris. You guys may know him from New Girl. He's so great. And Keith doesn't like to rock and roll or put political or social messages in his artwork. So he's a cartoonist. And so in the show, his cartoons and artwork are on the verge of like mainstream success, but then an unexpected incident changes everything for him. He gets arrested while minding his own business. And so after that incident, Keith starts to see inanimate objects like garbage cans and soda bottles come to life in the form of his own cartoons, and they start talking to him. And they basically follow him around and lead him on this path to being woke. I love it because of how entertaining it is, but also because of how important it is. And his cartoons coming to life and talking to him provide some pretty amusing scenarios. And the best part about Woke is that it's actually inspired by the life and work of real artist Keith Knight. So Hulu will drop all 9 episodes of Woke on September 9th. Don't forget to put that in your calendar. And yeah, I think this is, like I said at the beginning, the perfect show for our times. And again, I just love watching something, learning from it, but also being entertained.
Definitely.
Let me tell you right now, Naz, I was very upset yesterday because as I was going through some of these options, I put on the trailer to Woke and I was very excited with the trailer. And then I realized it was not out yet. And I was ready to watch, I was ready to watch it. I was like, oh, I said, oh, now this is it. I said, now let me get into this Anthem too. Because people always say, ever since New Girl came out, people always say that I look like Lamorne. So I was ready to support, and it's not out yet. So I want to say to the T-Tribe, if you have not seen this trailer of this show, you need to watch it as fast as possible. This is going to be a hit. This is going to be a smash. I'm ready. I'm so glad that you recommended this, Naz, because I'm genuinely very excited about this.
Yeah, thank you, Courtney. I think it's a great show. And, I always love to, we always have these popular things that are coming out that a lot of us see all the time. But I also want to make sure that you guys are getting sort of under the radar picks, which is why RottenTomatoes.com is so great, because you can find out about shows that you haven't heard of or seen on a billboard yet. And Woke is definitely one of those shows that you guys should 100% check out. I also personally, just being a lover of Space Jam so much, I love when a real actor interacts with cartoons. You know what I mean? I love when sort of live action and animation is mixed together. So the fact that it's timely, it's relevant, it's important, it has something to say, but it also has that element of cartoons and a real person talking. It's everything I wanted in a show. So I'm excited for you to check out Woke, Courtney, for sure.
I am so excited. This looks amazing. This is some great content you recommended for us today. Naz, we got a little of something for everyone. T-Tribe, let us know in the chat, what are you most excited to see out of Naz's recommendations? And of course, Naz, we love to see you here every time. We wish you could come more. So thank you for being here today. And we got to get to our couches / boyfriends and binge, because this is so much content we need to consume. But we love you. Thanks for coming, Naz.
Oh, thanks for having me on. I love you guys. Remember RottenTomatoes.com, and you both are beautiful and fabulous. And Alex, thanks for matching in blue with me today. It means so much. I love you.
Yes. Yes, I love you.
Bye,
all right.
Naz.
Bye, Naz. Mwah. All right.
I live for that segment. Segment forever. We can't not have all this time go by and not have Naz on. We gotta have a Naz check-in. Yaz with Miss Naz. I'm here for it. Everybody say thank you, Naz, in the chat, because she do that work.
Yeah.
Shout out to her.
I know. I'm excited. I mean, Work It, Woke. There's so much good content to binge. And like you said, last time she came in Boy State, I wanted to watch one of the things she recommended, and it's not out until like August 14th. So I get so excited. I know. Well, get ready for some relationships, because we are coming to the end of the show and we have so many things to still let you know about. Hit the like button if you're excited about this couple news, because get this, Cole Sprouse's birthday just happened. However, Lily Reinhart decided to have some me time. So the tea was spilled earlier this year that they broke up, of course. On Cole's birthday, Lily posted a selfie about taking a trip to reconnect with herself and God. While she was there, she said she was doing some self-reflection. Cole was receiving an outpouring of celebratory wishes from celebrities for his birthday. Cole shares his birthday, of course, with his twin Dylan, who posted an Instagram and said, "Happy birthday to the Tommy to my Timmy, or the Timmy to my Tommy. All that is important is that we say the same thing with a slight delay." Did you notice it was the cake? It has both brothers' faces superimposed on cartoon characters. How cute is that?
I didn't realize, Alex, that it was an Animal Crossing birthday cake. I didn't realize. That's Timmy and Tommy from Animal Crossing, y'all. Come on now. We all know the nephew's Tom Nook. I was shook. I didn't realize that it was them, Alex. Now, what? Now y'all should have had in the script it was an Animal Crossing cake. Now that's something exciting.
I know. I know. We love a little Animal Crossing kick, right?
That's
But
my game, girl.
back to Cole and Lily. Of course, they had been together almost 3 years. They faced a few breakup rumors during that time. Do you think Lily left on the retreat because she needs to be away for Cole's birthday?
Probably. You know the thing, Alex, with the stands is even though it's their birthday, they'll be in the comments tagging her, and it don't have nothing to do with her. So I get it. I obviously get it because the stands make things annoying. Not all of y'all, just when it comes to dramatic things like a breakup.
Yeah, I mean, personally, I know if I was in a relationship, and I'm a pretty sentimental person and I absolutely love birthdays. So if this was my ex's birthday, I would need to get away, have some me time, a little scenery and some vino, and just forget everything for a day. So I completely understand. And happy birthday to Cole and Dylan, of course. But let's get into this next couple news because Brian Austin Green is kind of clapping back at Megan Fox. Of course, another couple who is no longer together is the two, Megan Fox and Brian Austin Green. They broke up after nearly 10 years of marriage. And of course, we've been talking about Megan Fox and her new boo, MGK, on the show a lot. She posted an Instagram photo calling him her achingly beautiful boy. My heart is yours. Another black and white couple photo. They love this black and white. The relationship was just confirmed last month. Brian Austin Green decided to share a slideshow of his 4 children, the 3 kids that he had with Megan. And he mimicked Megan's post saying, achingly beautiful boys, my heart is yours. Fans commented with savage, best clapback. Brian Austin Green wished Megan Fox happiness after her relationship with MGK was confirmed. So he seemed happy and he was playing nice. However, do you think this post was all in good fun, or is this a little shade being thrown out at Megan and MGK?
I'm sorry. I just saw something in the chat that distracted me. I ain't even going to address that. But that's why he's single, Alex. That's not clear to y'all? There's stuff like this. Yeah. That's why you alone. Now go be a father. And go and write more petty captions. And Kels and Megan will continue to get some vegan nachos and cold brew from a delicious vegan cafe. So ain't nobody think about him, girl, in this little stupid caption, because she got somebody else. Maybe he should focus on being a father and being the best man that he can be. Well, how you being shady to the mother of your children? And she ain't do nothing but live her life and move on.
I completely agree. I think this is very immature. Is this the example you want to set for your children to post this, petty Instagram back? It's kind of a little hypocritical. He's trying to show here, these are my, I achingly love our children, our 3 boys. What's interesting is she also called MGK a boy, which is kind of funny instead of a man, which is just a note. But I think it's petty and immature, and I think that he shouldn't have done it. If you wanted to post the kids, post the kids, but not the same caption. Come on, we're better than that.
Yeah.
But now it's time to discuss the family who even President Trump is talking about. Courtney, let us know what time is it right now.
If you guys are all set for all of the tea from behind the Car Jenner gates, be sure to turn your volumes down for Car Jenner Tea Time! Hello to everyone in my studio, which is no one, just myself.
Yes. So the latest update has to do with President Trump saying he's not pulling strings to help Kanye West get on state ballots for the presidential elections, but he has lots of good things to say about Kanye and Kim. How did this go down? Well, Trump was asked by a reporter during yesterday's press conference if he had been encouraging several Republican operatives, it's a mouthful, who allegedly were helping Kanye. Trump said no. He followed that up saying he likes Kanye very much, but he did not seem to know about Kanye's recent struggles with mental illness, but said Kanye has always been nice to him. That paled in comparison to his praise for Kim, who Trump largely credited with convincing him to release several inmates, including Alice Johnson. And of course, they had met before, speaking on prison reform many, many times. Why do you think the reporter asked that question? Do we think Trump is telling the truth? Is he secretly trying to get Kanye on the ballot in swing states? There are many questions about this. People are speculating a lot.
Alex, just because on this particular Thursday, I don't feel like dealing with Trump supporters harassing me on social media, I'm just going to say that I don't believe Trump and leave it at that. How do you feel, Alex?
You know, I think that Kanye, of course, was a former supporter of President Trump. You know, he said he was no longer. However, we don't actually know where he stands in that context. However, both him and Kanye, or I'm sorry, both Kim and Kanye were big supporters of Trump and have defended him many times and have kind of used his power to get important things done. So I think that President Trump may not be up to date with everything going on with Kanye, and maybe in the back of his mind, he still thinks Kanye is a fan, and we know that he appreciates anyone who is a fan. So I think that we don't know if he's necessarily lying, but I think he likes them because they like him, which who doesn't like him?
Well, let me say this before we move on. When it comes for the Tea Tribe, when you're sitting there making your decision on whether you believe, and I agree, Wesley, Miley Cyrus' new single, August 14th, is way more important than this. But Wesley, you be right on time. I just want to say that when you're making your decision on whether you feel like Donald Trump is a liar, just remember that this is the man that said it is when it was back from COVID. So November, make sure y'all vote. Y'all got your ballots?
Right.
I got mine.
And, you know, let's move on from that political news, because if you want some political news, we're not here or experts to give you any of that information. We just talk about the carjackers, and that's what we're here to do. So next up, we're talking about Khloe, her daughter True, Dream, and Rob, things that we are very informed on and experts on. So Khloe took her 2-year-old daughter and 3.5-year-old niece on a trip to the farmer's market. She posted the adorable pictures on her Instagram story. The girls were wearing kid-sized masks because, of course, the coronavirus is hard hitting California. She also tagged her brother, and Rob reposted these videos. This is really cute, some cousin time. We know that Khloe and Rob are very close and have a special relationship. Dream is the daughter of Rob and his ex-fiance, Black China, for those that are new here or don't know. But do you think Khloe continues to be a strong maternal figure for Dream?
Yeah, I will give her this. Even though, let me be nice, because y'all know how y'all like to say I hate the Kardashians, and I don't. I don't agree with a lot of the choices she makes in terms of her interpersonal relationships, but one thing I'll never be able to say about Khloe Kardashian is that love kids, and 2, that she's not a good mother. Absolutely. I think that she's being a great figure for both of those young ladies.
Yeah, I agree. I think that obviously Rob and Black China have some sort of a strange relationship. So that healthy kind of co-parenting and doing things together, I don't know, or we haven't seen them necessarily doing. So when Rob has Dream, I think he is kind of alone with his family. And I think it's great. You know, Khloe is her aunt. So she should have, you know, aunts, grandmothers, older cousins. I think as a child, you do look up to those female people in your family as, you know, maternal kind of figures. So I think this is great and healthy, and I'm happy to see them being safe and having some cousin time. But let's talk about the tea that you've been waiting for, because we had a huge show before we got there. But Justin Bieber and that intimate photo he shared of him and Hailey. It's time for our OMT story of the day.
Can we get some ice cream cones in the chat for Justin Bieber? Real quick.
Yes.
Just put them in there. Now hit it.
Put it in the chat. Of course, Justin took to Instagram to share personal photos from him and Hailey's spiritual experience of being baptized together. He called it one of the most special moments of my life, confessing our love and trust in Jesus publicly with our friends and family. The ceremony was performed while visiting Idaho during a road trip last month, and the couple got down to their swim attire for the religious rite, which was performed by Pastor Judah Smith. It looks like E-host Jason Kennedy, I guess no longer E-host, but no, they'll still keep him for some new shows, seemed to reveal that he was there commenting, one of the top moments of my life doing this with you. The baptism was serene, much different than his solo 2017 baptism, if you remember that. That one was chaotic, late night call to one of Justin's spiritual mentors, which then led him to get him baptized in an NBA player's bathtub in the wee hours. So very different experience. Do you think it's okay for Justin to share such an intimate picture with fans, or should this be kept more private?
I mean, if that's what he chooses to share, the thing that I feel about it is, if I don't like Justin Bieber, I don't follow Justin Bieber. Not saying that I do, but if I was in that very much did not like Justin Bieber, I would not follow and I would not keep up with him. There are lots of like celebrities and influencers that I dislike the choices they make, so I don't keep up with them. I mute them on everything. If this is how he decides he wants to share his faith, go off. My thing is this, Alex, it becomes problematic when Justin does something wrong and then follows it up with a faith-based post, which is something that I've definitely said a lot in the past. This is fine, I guess. Just don't do it. Like, don't let something happen with Selena and then your next Instagram post is like, look, we're getting baptized. That's what I have a problem with. This is fine. People do this all the time and put it on social media at this point. Mine's in a baby book. So.
Exactly. I think personally, I'd probably keep this more private. However, I'm not Justin Bieber. This is a beautiful, special moment. Of course, he should share this with his friends and family if this is the content he wants to share. We know that faith is very important to him. And this is something that he preaches daily, and Hailey as well, and her family. So faith is very important to them. It is part of who Justin is. But I agree with you. It's kind of, it at times there's a little irony when something bad happens and the next day there's a point. But as people that faith is very important to them, that's what they seek it out for. You know what I mean? It's to kind of confess sins and find a higher power and all of that. So I think it does make sense in a way too that, you know, he's still trying to make that such a prevalent part of his life. Because we all need a little bit of it. You know what I mean? Yeah. But on that note, one thing I want to mention too, this was last month. So should he be worried about COVID, kind of sharing that same?
Yeah, he should. He absolutely should be worried about COVID. I ain't seen no mask. Not saying that you should be going in the water with a mask on, but the whole situation with there being people around, I personally have been avoiding those situations, Alex. Can't control other people, but I can control what I do. Can't control what Justin and Hailey do in their faith, but if they want to potentially catch COVID. So they did that. Alex and they was hopping in the bus and now they going all over the country. That's y'all faves, though. That's y'all faves. I just wanted to make sure we're clear. They went and did the baptism, then they hopped in a road trip, and then they went and saw Kanye, and now they road tripping, girl, all over the country. Okay.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. T-Tribe, but let us know. Do you think it's weird timing for Justin to put this out? Do you think this is something beautiful he should share? Let us know. We'd love to hear your thoughts. And of course, that is all the tea we have to spill today. But don't worry, tomorrow it's Friday, the best day of the week. I wonder if Kim and Kanye will spill some more tea, or what other celebrities will give us clues to what's next in their life. We will have everything for you in case you missed it. But if you had fun with us today, hit that like button. Of course, share, comment, subscribe, do all the things. Courtney, you know, I'm Alex Schiffman. You can follow me on all social media at Alex Schiffman. But Courtney, where can they follow you and all your fabulousness?
For more pop culture mess on my own individual YouTube channel, as well as to follow me on social media, you can just type in Courtney Revolution. Take that there and type it up top. I come right up. It's fun.
Yes. And be sure to tune in tomorrow. We'll be discussing and spilling some more tea. But on that note, Courtney, I think it's time. Is it time to wash our hands a little bit?
It's time, girl. We'll see you tomorrow for Shambong Friday, 8:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And now it's time to wash your hands, Leo. You better wash your hands. It's in demand. You better wash your hands. Scrub your hands. Scrub your hands. Scrub your hands. hands, Miss Ma'am. Just wash your hands, just wash your hands.